Hey guys, this is Delan here, bringing you another Dawn of War 3 shoutcast. Today we're going to look at a 2v2 match between Faith and Jin. I believe they are on the south corner of this map. Yes, they are. And then there's also Spirit playing Eldar in the northeast corner, and then Troko playing Orcs. So we got all three races represented, so hopefully this is a good match. This is one of the first times casting a 2v2. I haven't done this in years. I just found it really hard to keep track of everything. So we're going to try and cover the major important points. I was very curious to see how high-level 2v2 was played. This is actually from the 2v2 Purge Tournament that happened this weekend, I think. Actually, it was just the other day. So we do have a Warrior Portal coming up for Spirit here. Oh, that's going to be a pain in the ass to keep track of all the players. Oh, well, we will try. Alright, so Spirit's getting his Warrior Portal up. We got a Boys Hut coming up here for Troko, right on the shield gen. But we don't have any production as of yet for the team between Faith and... it's gonna take a while. Jin. So Faith and Jin, no production, just lots of workers just running out onto the map. So we got a Webway coming up here for Spirit. This is a pretty good spot for a Webway. Covers a decent area. Covers the shield gen and this resource point and up here. Okay, we do got the barracks coming down here on this resource point and a Webway coming up on the mirror spot over there. But we don't have a Warrior Portal yet. We do got a Rec Gen coming up for both teams. Yeah, no production. Just lots of Dire Avengers so far. Doctrine-wise, I'm going to pause for a sec to go over Doctrine. So Jin has Frag Grenades, Listening Post, Standard, Deathwatch Presence, Diomedes Presence, and Vendread Command. So solely. Faith is his teammate. Has Kyre, Rodan, both with their presence abilities, and Striking Scorpions with their presence. So we got Improved Grenades, Dire Avenger, Hollow Fields, and Reaper Focus. So pretty simple stuff. No, not surprisingly different from a 1v1 match. Spirit going for Ranger Vigor and Ranger Focus, Improved Listening Post. He also has Sensor Interference, Last Chance, and Improved Recall. And for Orcs, we got Beauty's Command, tons of bombs, Healing Scrap with Waz Marcus Presence, Gorgas Presence, and Stormboy's Command. So, pretty standard work loadout so far. This Webway coming up here. We do got the Warrior Portal finally coming up over here. We got 2 Dire Avengers out. It looks like 3 Dire Avengers out for Mr. Faith. Never Rec Gen coming up. Lots of Rec Gens. Rec Gens becoming a lot more common. Walk Tower coming up right on this shield gen. So this is pretty smart just to hold the shield gen, just build up around it. We've got some Rangers coming up for Spirit, and the Servitor is gonna scout it out and try and capture this bubble, but it's not gonna work with the Bone Singer on him. But he's gonna get vision. He doesn't know Rangers are coming, and so we're gonna see some Rangers from Spirit. So these Dire Avengers activating Hollow Field just to move in here, get some scouting probably. This Orc is moving in here. He's not using any of his Boy Shout or anything. No scrap on any of his units. Getting caught on the flank by these Dire Avengers is gonna be pretty bad for him. But the Assault Marines also jumping into assist. These Orcs are going to have to retreat here. Spirit's kind of moving over to assist, it looks like. So his Ranger's going to assist. We got the Warrior Portal from Faith, I think. This is probably Faith's Warrior Portal teleporting in here. Yes, it is. So these boys are actually getting on this Dire Avenger squad. These Dire Avengers are a little overextended. They're not really using the grenades to get the boys off of them. Not using the boys shout, though, to boost their damage is kind of upsetting to me. With level 1, they run fast, and level 2, they do twice as much damage, or 50% more damage. At level 3, they get a shield. So if you get it to level 2, it's about 4 seconds, and you can boost their damage significantly. Assault Marines just leaping out. These Dire Avengers pretty low health. This is kind of a really aggressive play. They might be able to stop this Daka Hut from going up here if they focus fire it. At least heavily damage it. It does manage to finish, but it is heavily damaged. But I think this team's going to have to retreat. Faith is losing some Dire Avengers. These Assault Marines are being pressured by the Rangers. No upgrade structures at all for either player. Just they're gonna try to get this Walk Tower, but I think he's gonna lose these Assault Marines to this. It's kind of overly aggressive. I think we got some Dark Reapers coming out, but the Webway is a little too far back for them to benefit from the Reaper focus. Oh, they're just barely in it. With the shield gen here, these Rangers are just too dangerous. Also, man, 4 Rangers already. I don't know why Rangers seem to be so spammable. I think I can't even see them on the production structure for some reason. My theory is that this is kind of something I talked about spending more money in Tier 1 and gaining an advantage. When you're building all these Rangers, you are spending a lot of money. So you're probably spending more money than your opponent is because they're not spending the extra money upgrading for Rangers, all that stuff. So the Never Web I come up here for Spirit. That's going to be helpful. I was going to say a Soul Shrine, get some damage upgrades on those Rangers. I feel like that'd be really effective. Generator-wise, it looks like a bit more map control in favor of Jin and Faith. No Elite Point generators, so I would like to see those. It would be really useful. We're going to see elites in about 10 seconds here, I think. We're going to see Striking Scorpions come in, and probably Strong Boys and Deathwatch. I'm assuming everyone's just going to get their 2-point elites. I can't see why they wouldn't. Yeah, those Rangers are just starting to get that critical mass, and just because they move so fast, they did change Fleet of Foot a few months ago where they made it so they get +2 speed bonus instead of +1, and I feel like that's something that Rangers, it's kind of pushed Rangers over the edge, I think. I feel like they run too fast now. You can't even catch them. And, but we do have the Striker Scorpions coming in, so this heavy pressure on the shield gen here, and we're gonna see these Storm Boys coming in for defense. This Luda squad just almost getting killed, but managing to be saved by that knockback quick. These Striker Scorpions are overextended here, and they're not going to be able to escape here. They don't have Leap or Hunt, so they might actually go down here before they manage to accomplish anything. Walk Tower does get destroyed by Deathwatch. This Boys Hut is going down to these Dark Reapers, and Striker Scorpions do manage to peel out of there. But, so this is looking really bad for Troko and Spirit right now. These Rangers are doing damage, but this concerted attack on the Orc Shield Gen has been destroying most of his production. He's got to replace a ton of stuff now. We do got a pile of guns coming up here, which is kind of cool, but no replacement Boys Hut. Daka Hut's pretty low health as well. That could get sniped pretty easily here. The Storm Boys being hit by the Vortex Grenade. They're going to take a ton of damage from these Dark Reapers and Deathwatch. They might actually go down here. I don't think... Oh, they can't jump away, but no, they're suiciding instead of jumping away. And they might try to jump away. They might... Nope, they managed to die. Yeah, it's always the mistake with Storm Boys is to shoot the Suicide Bomber before you escape. Like that, because you do lose a chunk of your health. Dark Reaper's getting picked off by the Ranger Blob. Webwood going down for Spirit, though, so they're losing the Fleet of Foot bonus here. So they're not going to get the shield regen. They're going to move a lot slower. A little bit of scouting action here from Spirit's Dire Avengers. Probably looking to do some eco-harass on this side of the map. That's one of the things you kind of want to keep in mind, is just leave like a Luda squad or something kind of like hanging out on this side to kind of deter harassment. Is generally a good practice. Looks like economically it's in favor of Jin and Faith so far. They did manage to do a ton of damage to Troko's production. We do have Longawog being researched. I like to see that. That's awesome. We do got Soul Shrine coming up too for Spirit, so maybe we will see some damage boost. Maka or Ronin can come out right now. This is something I like to do, is do Maka Ronin in a 9-point. I really like that you can you have that flexibility depending on what you need. So Ronin has been chosen to complement these Rangers, and that's going to be a bit of a force multiplier. Just getting some vision on these guys, kind of whiffing it though. This Assault Raid's going to take a ton of damage to these Rangers. I really want to see that damage upgrade because it's going to boost those Rangers to the next level. A lot of people like to do these Ranger spams, but they don't get the damage upgrade. You get damage 1, damage 2, it makes a huge difference. I think it's like 15% more damage, but when you're doing like 100 some odd damage per shot, that makes a huge difference. So we just got a War Truck out for Troko now. So he has 2 Walk Towers, I assume? Yeah, 2 Walk Towers. So he got the truck out. He can use Storm Boy's command to do a lot of the more stun stuff. So he's more dangerous now. No reinforce for the truck yet. That generator does get sniped by these assault mates, but they are going to die. But they're just focused on distract right now. Bit of an idle stage right now. No one's really engaging here. The shield regen, the shield's pretty low actually here. The bubble. We do have this coming up, so we got infantry shields coming up before damage. That's interesting. I would prefer to see infantry damage with the ranger build, and also increased shield regen is always a good pick. Sensor beacons not needed, but I always wonder why sensor beacons are 50 power. That's kind of crazy considering if you get Ronin, you get them for free. So it kind of makes this weird situation where why would you want to use rangers without Ronin? I don't know. I feel like they should change that a little bit. Webweb being replaced here by Spirit. This is kind of an idle period. Everyone's just waiting for their money to count up here. We're probably going to see Tier 2 soon for some of these guys. We got Tier 2 for Faith coming, and no Tier 2 for Space Marines for Jin. This Dire Ranger blob, yeah, I don't know. They're just going to get... this blob is starting to become really scary here. The shield's getting picked off. This is where the increased shields and shield regen comes in handy. You can't hide from these sensor beacons. They're just going to reveal you, which is something I like to see. Like, using the sensor beacons to reveal the stealth cover, that's awesome. But it's not something that... I'm used to seeing. Oh, the Dark Reaper's getting a bit of a flank here, doing a ton of damage to these Rangers. Just one squad of Dark Reapers able to do so much damage to these guys. And we do got Assault Raids coming in, so we're going to see a bit of a concerted attack on the shield gen again. The Striking Scorpions are here. We got a WOG coming off back over here, though, so these units are all going to get buffed. The Orc units, that is. Something that kind of disappointed me is that WOG only works on your units, doesn't work on your teammates' units, but I see why they did that, because that would be a little broken in teaming against multiple orcs, but man, wouldn't that be so much fun if you could just have that force multiplier. A lot of friendly abilities do affect teammates, though, like Maka's Fortune ability will buff teammate units, so that's a really strong ability in these kind of team games. Storm Blaze overextended, going to get picked off here. just gonna suicide or try and do some damage to these Assault Marines and Striking Scorpions. Striking Scorpions taking a ton of damage from the Storm Boys, so their final vengeance may actually result in the death of these Striking Scorpions. This listening post being heavily pressured by these Ludas with the Wog bonus, and yeah, using Boy Shut to boost the damage and get the shield. I like this a lot, although this is something that works better when you have the Mega Knobs command, so you can get the shield while you're channeling the shout. Otherwise, using it in combat like that, you're just wasting health, basically. But listening post does go down, so we might see this eco get harassed here. All these generators are going to go down. Over here, we got a little bit of a Ronan pushing this Assault Marines harassing or something, I don't know. Just pressuring that side. So Spirit's on the other side of the map, not able to help this. And we're going to see all those generators go down. And in general, this Orc is able to do so much suppression damage to this entire... We got Sniper Scouts out for Jin, and those are going to counter these Ludas pretty good. War Truck is going to go down to the Dark Reapers and Deathwatch, though. And one Luda squad going down as well. We don't have tier 2 from Space Marines yet. We don't have tier 2 for Spirit yet, and Orc probably is just about tier 3. I'll try and keep it on him so I can keep track of his Wog Towers. Yeah, no, he's just still 2 Wog Towers. He could get a 3rd one right now and maybe go for some knobs. He's going heavy on Ludas, though, so I would like to see some more upgrades. His damage upgrades would be good. Reinforcement's also always good. I'd probably go for damage. Get a 3rd Wog Tower coming down, so he is going to go for those knobs at this point. Not a terrible choice against snipers. Personally, I think the key against snipers, though, is go for a faster mech shop and just focus on getting a few Def Copters, though. Def Copters is a pretty hard counter to snipers, and they're pretty cheap, especially if you get to phase 3. But once you get phase 3, you just get a bunch of Def Copters and win the game. Striking Scorpions are probably going to try and harass us, but this listening post is going to deter that. They're not going to be able to do that. The truck can just throw units down here and they can just get killed. No Arsenal or Soul Shrine for Jin or Faith, which is disappointing. These Rangers are just defending right now. Excuse me. So we do got this harassment going on down here on this listening post, but you can see Striking Scorpions are going to have to pull out of here, and they're going to be in a bad position to actually escape here. They waste Hunt as well. Now that they're revealed that they're going to have to run through all this stuff while revealed in. I think they're just dead at this point. That's kind of a whiff on the Storm, but he can just shoot the Ludas at them. Nope. Okay, you're just going to let them walk away. Okay, that's fine too. So Troko let Striking Scorpions just walk away. That's fine. That's cool. We got Deathwatch and the Assault Marines doing some harassment down here. Somehow Spirit captured this point. I didn't even notice that. So just building that listing point is probably just to annoy them and deny those generators for a time. 300 wreck to deny half their income is probably not a bad idea. So we're going to see eco advantage, I think, for Spirit and Troko here. We still don't have tier 2, though. He can afford it, though, so he's probably going to go tier 2 soon. No more upgrades ever than that one level 1 shield. This is a lot of idleness in this. You know, everyone's just playing extremely, like, we do got some Rave Guard out for Faith here, so that's going to be really heavy on the shield gen. They might actually be able to kill the shield gen, and once they start doing that, it's going to start snowballing pretty hard. We do got Storm Boys coming out, being replaced. So yeah, we do got an Infinity Portal up here. One thing they changed recently is they did make it so you start with a Soul Recall available with the Infinity Portal. So that's something to keep in mind when you're deciding whether or not you want to upgrade the Rave Guard upgrades to increase the Soul Recall capacity or regen. You can actually just build a second Infinity Portal, and you'll get a free charge. So the other thing you can do is you can teleport the Infinity Portal forward and recall to it, and it'll heal you, and then it'll put you closer to the fight. So that's one way of like teleporting your Wraith units across the map, is just build a second Infinity Portal. It's a bit pricey to do that, obviously, 300 to 100. This shield gen is getting heavily pressured down here by this entire everything. So I think this shield gen is going to go down pretty quick here. Calling the standard in just to try and delay it, but I don't think that's worth it. We're going to see Wazbaka just do tons of damage back here. We are going to see a committed defense, though. He's dropping the Deathwatch in here, throwing the Vortex Grenade on a few of these units, but there's not enough here to defend this. This is not worth committing to. I think the Deathwatch is just going to die in vain here. These scouts are going to be pressured by these War Trucks. Seen kind of the standard War Truck, but no, Space Marines is committing even more. We got Deathwatch coming in, we got Tax coming in, so we may actually see him hold this now that Diomedes is here. Diomedes does a ton of damage. Storm Boys again killing themselves with the Suicide Bomber. Now Deathwatch is going to heavily pressure these War Trucks. See, one shot in the butt just does so much damage to the War Trucks, and we're going to see these War Trucks actually start to go down here. Now Diomedes just managed to turn the tide of this fight, but we can do the Tractor Beam on Diomedes, but he does walk away. So he actually walked out of the radius of the Tractor Beam. Sniper Scout's just pressuring these Shadow Specters. And Deathwatch does manage to hold this shield gen, but he may actually go down to this scrap pile here. Deathwatch just go down to the scrap pile. We do got a bit of skirmishing over here as well. Spirit and this one war truck. These Wraith units are out, and they are going to be really hard to counter with these Rangers because they just do so much damage. And we do have... Oh, who is this? This is Kyre coming in for Faith, and that's going to be really scary. He did actually get Kyre before going for Ronin. I do like that. That's a smart move. Kyre is a pretty hard counter to this kind of playstyle with the Rangers, because he just does so much AoE damage with his Storm Winds, and he has so much mobility and disruption. And he's also really tanky. He's got about 4,000 health, and about like 3,000 shields, so regens. So Kyre is really scary for this army. Kyre's going to run in here, and these guys are all going to take a ton of damage. But he's not using anything? Okay, there we go. Well, Kyre, you fucked up. Okay, well, so much for Kyre because he fucked up hard. But you see how much damage he finally did. That's so sad. Wow, he really fucked up with Kyre there, getting him killed off like that. But you see how much damage just one Stormwind managed to do to like all that. So Kyre could have just been instrumental, but Spirit handily executed him. These Wraithguard are just going to shut down this truck play. This is why I don't like mass trucks as orcs with the suicide bombers. It's just not good. It's a shitty playstyle. Trucks are really expensive for how easily they die to something like Wraithguard. We do got Wasbach's Tractor Beam on these Wraithguard doing tons of percentage damage, but Wasbach is walking away. He could pull them back towards him, but he's not going to, and they're just going to walk out of the radius, and it's going to just be fine. You can try and shoot these scrap piles too with the Wraithguard, although I don't know if it actually stops them or not. So we just have a ton of Dire Avengers out for Faith. He's building 2 more. I don't know why. We do have this squad being destroyed over here. We might see the shield gen get attacked again, and this time there's nothing really to defend it. It's hard to say who's really winning right now, though. I feel like both teams are in a good position to turn this around. I think we could see an attack on both shield gens simultaneously. We're going to trade here. The Wraithguard are going to make short work of this one. Wasbach may also go down. I want to see this Webba get taken out as well. I think Orc is going to be in a bad position here. We got more upgrades from Orc. We got vehicle damage and health, so I'm assuming he's got that for the war trucks. We've got some Defcopters coming out. Okay, so Defcopters with damage upgrades and health upgrades, that's going to be pretty scary. Pick it off that webway, and yeah, we're going to start seeing this shield's about to go down. I think we're just going to see this get picked off here. Defcopter coming in here. I don't think we have Blazing Buzzsaws, but he's putting down the stun mine, I think. Oh, no, he's just picking up scrap. Never mind. I thought he was doing something cool. This Defcopter's just walking in here and not caring because nothing's shooting it. Stormblades are coming in. That's going to do a ton of damage to all this units. So Stormblades are kind of like this weird... Okay, we do have another Orc Elite. There's probably Gorguts coming in here. The last Elite... Oh, no, Stormblades coming back in. Okay. The last Elite for Troko is just Gorguts. So he's a very light Elite loadout. Deathwatch coming in here. Oh, man. This Rangers just killed the Striking Scorpions. Deathwatch is in a bad position right now. Standard 3 for Jin here. So he is tier 3. Vortex Grenade coming down, all this stuff doing percentage damage and also making them take more damage, so very deadly. You see how fast the Stormblades are going down. Shield Gen is fully replaced, unfortunately, before anything can get done to it. Makash is using stasis on a Bone Stainer here. Oh no, she does get the Wraithguard as well. These Wraithguard are going to need to use Soul Recall the second they get out of stasis, or they are going to die. Nothing else happening on this side of the map, really, so it's all on this side. Are we going to see Soul Recall? Are we going to see him remember to use Soul Recall? No, we're not. Okay, cool. This is my trigger point right now. People forget like the one ability Wraithguard have that's like super useful is just to use Soul Recall. So we're saying that Jin and Faith getting pushed back hard here by these Rangers. They haven't really managed to counter them. I would have liked to see a Whirlwind, honestly, like help counter this. We haven't really seen any mech out for Space Marines. This Machine Call is really far forward. This is extremely risky because if this Machine Call goes down, he loses a ton of money. But I guess if they lose all this production, they basically lost the game. We do got tier 3 for Faith as well. We got some Wraith Blades. I don't know about Wraith Blades, honestly. Like, they're good, but I don't think they're really necessary. We got tons of Killer Cans coming out, so they're going to benefit from all those damage upgrades. And we got Tank Busters as well. So Wraith Unit's kind of a bad choice at this point. If you're going to do them, you want to, like, send them on the flank and just to harass stuff over here. We got, like, a ridiculous amount of webways over here for Spirit. Like, this is some redundant webways. We are going to see a log finally from Orcs. We haven't seen this in a while. So we're going to see... It looks like a concerted push from these guys to push in there. I don't know what triggered that mini-wog there. That's odd. Is Gorguts alive? Yeah, it was Gorguts' Spinning Claw. Okay. I didn't see Gorguts there. Okay, so we do got all 3 Orc Elites. We're going to have a big blob moving this way. The Shield Gen, I think this is going to be the game-winning blow. They're going to destroy all this production here. We do got something building from Jin here. And we got a Whirlwind. He is building a Whirlwind, but I think it might be a little late for that. We got so much coming in here. We don't have any units here to defend. It's just all these snipers, and these guys are all going to get hit by one truck suicide bomber. Diamonds can come in here, but I think we're going to see all the production go down here. There's not enough to defend this, unfortunately. Not even using the shield gen. And here's the whirlwind coming in, but a little too late. Wraith Blades are really bad against Gorguts, by the way. Like, they're okay, but he just doesn't take as damage. Whirlwind getting picked off before he can shoot off a volley. And these Wraith Blades are going to take a ton of damage from those tank busters. We do got an orbital coming in from somewhere. Oh, this is smart. The orbital is going to push off most of these units. Can't actually capture it right now, and the orbital is going to melt the Storm Boys. We're going to see him launch the units over there to stop it. Diamondase is overextended here, but the orbital does manage to get on all these units before it can be captured. And you can just see it's doing so much damage to what was in it. Now it's finally being captured by Gorguts. And then the Storm Boys. Gorguts using the Spinning Claw. This Diamondase triggering Rosarius from the scrap pile here. We do have a bit of a Dire Avenger push over here, but too little too late. I think this concerted force from Spirit and Troko is going to win today. We do all the production go down. Machine Cult going down. Diamondase is probably going to get picked off. And it's just like a couple Sniper Scouts and a las cannon to hold us. So it's pretty much done at this point. I don't think his teammate has much either. Faith has, he can call Ronin in, he has some Dire Avengers and Wraith Blades, and that's it. But it's all too little too late, I think. Again, let's see if he remembers to use Soul Recall, you guys. That's where we're going to focus on right now, because this is pretty much over. I think Troko is going to push the shield gen no problemo. These guys are taking forever to kill these listening posts because they have no damage upgrades. We're going to see the Wraith Blades attack this. You can see how quickly they do heavy. They do tons of heavy armor damage. And we're going to see, is he going to remember? Is he going to remember? Is he going to do it? Is he going to do it? No. Is he going to do it? Nope. Nope. Push the button. Just double jab it. Double. Nope. Okay. He's dead. So, yeah. If you guys build Wraith units, remember to push Q twice to not die. It's really simple. And, it's, like, free. So, you know, use it. Please. For my sake. Kyre's back. He's attacking this listening post over here. You can see how annoying that these improved listening posts have ended up being from Spirit, just building them wherever there's just no one defending. And they just take forever to kill. Kyra's getting focus fired by Vigor, and Kyra's dead. Did we see some damage upgrades from Spirit? We did see damage 1, we did see increased shield regen. So Spirit, my boy, getting some upgrades. I really like to see that. We didn't see any upgrades from this team as well, I don't think. We did see some vehicle durability upgrades, but that's it. And, okay, there's one Wraith Blade squad here. These guys must have used Soul Recall, but I'm not sure from where. So he did use Soul Recall once, and we've got the Death Jets coming out. So Orc Mech, it's forward Wog Tower. I think he built this from the scrap. This is awesome to see. He built this from scrap, and then he's using the Wog. And this is going to be a bit of a push. The shield gen is down. He's caught. At this point, I think we're just going to see the turret get pushed and destroyed. All these killicans are pretty low health, though. I'd probably pull them back and just repair them all up or something. But no, we're going to see a push in. He doesn't have any rockets, which is the problem. He hasn't built them up over time yet. You could put them in melee. They do true damage in melee, but they only do about 20 DPS, so it's not amazing. Gorguts is just going to come in on turret by himself, and he's going to be really annoying for it. I would like to see him just get on my snipers. We do got to... Yeah, okay, there's the Killicans tank busters doing their barrage. When the Killicans waste their rockets, I like to put them in melee and just have them punch stuff while they regenerate. Deathwatch jumping in here. He's going to throw the Vortex Grenade on all this stuff. It's all going to take bonus damage. Turret is down now. But we're going to see that Vortex Grenade and all this damage is being done to these tank busters, but it's all too little too late at this point. There's just too much for Troko and Spirit, from Troko and Spirit. We do have a Sky Portal coming up, I believe, here. No, there's just lots of Webways. Okay, there's a Sky Portal. 2 more Webways. Lots of Webways for Spirit. I kind of like that on some level, because having that redundancy is really smart. But at the same time, do you really need 6 Webways in the same area? You know, maybe spread those out a bit more? So Machine Cult has been replaced. What do we got from Jin here? Troko actually has a pretty small army right now. Faith has a Fire Prism? Or is that a Falcon? I think that's a Falcon, actually. So he went for Sky Portal, which is risky. And we got Dreadnought out and lots of las cannons. So we got the Wraith Knight coming in here, though, blowing up that Dreadnought. Good time to pan over there. Holy shit. So this Wraith Knight from... this is Spirit's Wraith Knight? Yeah, Spirit's Wraith Knight. So this is one of the advantages of having those late-game elites is... They can help you seal a win, and they can also keep you in the game. You know, in the situation where Faith is in, for example, he has Kyre, Strike, Scorpions, and Rodans. And we do have the surrender, finally, from Jin and Faith. Alright, that's game 1. There's a game 2 coming up, so stay tuned. Thanks for watching. Bye.